Hey guys, Blake Beltran here, aka the Real Nerdy Dude, coming at you with a fantastic box opening today. So guys, today I have an Epson 4050 that we're putting in our showroom. We're going to be throwing that on a 165-inch cinema gray screen. So for you guys that don't know, this is the Epson 4050. It is a 4K HDR projector. It has a 2400 lumen output and a 200:1 contrast ratio. For you guys that don't know what lumen output is or contrast ratio is, I can explain that to you. It's very, very simple. Don't be confused about the technical jargon. Lumen output. Lumen explains basically the light output of the projector. So how much light can the projector produce, right? Obviously, the higher the lumen, the brighter the projector. So if you're in a church venue or in a commercial application, you obviously want the lumen output very high. You need a very high light output projector for those applications. In a home theater, maybe not so much. Obviously, you still want a projector that has a good lumen output, which most of your 4K projectors are going to have that. This one, like I said specifically, is 2400 lumens, which is a standard 4K projector, right? The other spec that you're going to see on a projector is the contrast ratio. You also see that on TVs. Once again, really simple. All the contrast ratio explains is how much black the projector or the video display can produce. So the larger the contrast ratio, the more black it can produce, or the spectrum from white to black it can produce. Therefore, it gives you a better color spectrum. So typically, your better projectors are going to do both. They're going to have a high lumen output as well as a high contrast output. It's kind of an oxymoron. It's very hard to do because obviously the brighter the projector lumens, the less black that projector can produce. So there's a lot of technology that has to go into the projectors so that you can get the best of both worlds. Typically speaking, across Epson's line, they're really good lumen output projectors. They actually are typically brighter than the competition. Their black levels are good too. They're not the best in the industry, but they do produce a good color gamut, right? So if you take a look, we're gonna go ahead and unbox this thing. There's a lot of great packaging. So one thing that comes with the 4050 or the Pro series of the Epson projectors, unlike the Home series, which is what you get or find at your big box stores, this guy comes in black. Why is that important? Well, once again, a projector is producing light. Light is bouncing off the wall. The one thing you don't want is light reflecting off a big white projector in the middle of the room. So I tell a lot of people, look, you can go get a white projector, but when you've got all the lights turned off and you've got that projector throwing on that screen and that light's bouncing off the walls or bouncing off your theater screen and it's bouncing right back to your eyes, what's typically above your eyes, the projector. So you typically don't want a white projector. I do love the home cinema as far as price points with Epson, but I just don't like that they come in white. So once again, Pro Cinema, which is what a custom integrator or installer would carry, and it is a black projector. One of the other things that the Pro Cinema line of Epson comes with is an extra lamp. So your typical lamp on a projector will give you 4,000 hours. It's kind of hard to rate that, but I always tell customers, you're typically going to get 3 years on a projector lamp if you're watching it every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like I do. So 3 to 4 years is a good estimate on 4,000 hours. But most projectors, if you go in the settings, there's actually a lamp life calculator that's typically in the settings. You can see how many hours the projector's actually been on and where you stand in the life of that lamp. But once again, Epson Pro Cinema gives you an extra lamp. This is probably $300-400 value. I don't know how much it's going for on Amazon right now, but really cool, because when you're watching the game or something happens and that lamp goes out, it's kind of a pain in the butt to have to order a new lamp, call an integrator like us or an installer. We got to come out, replace the lamp. we've already got one that's in the box, okay? Another cool thing that the Pro Cinema line for Epson has is the mount, okay? And we'll open all this here in a second. This comes with a Chief mount. They're one of the better mounts on the market, so it's not a cheap mount by any means. This is a custom integrator's mount. We love this mount. It's the mount that we typically use on all our projects. The great part about the Epson Pro line is it comes with a mount. So for all you guys that are getting quotes from other integrators and they're quoting you a Pro Cinema projector and they're also quoting you a mount, man, they're getting you because that mount is in the box. It comes with the projector. Obviously, we don't charge separately for a mount when we're selling the Epson Pro line of projectors. Now, in the Pro lineup, this is their entry-level 4K projector, but the price point on this thing is amazing. I want to say this thing retails for about $2,600. Jason, is that right? $2,600 retail? I'm talking to my COO here, yeah. So about $2,600 on this thing for a 4K projector. If you go on like projectorcentral.com, it's always rated one of the best home theater projectors by far. So let's see if I can kind of shimmy this thing out and we'll start getting to the unboxing, getting to the main course here.